What's going on, y'all? I want to check out this video from the More Pegasus channel, and apparently Hasan is in trouble, or at least his orbiters. Let's see what's going down. Look, Ethan Klein in the first picture is crazy. That's wild.
Welcome back to a series so legal, even Ethan Klein subscribed. In today's video, Ethan from the H3 podcast is officially suing yet another Hasan orbiter. This time, it's the Diet Hasan and big fat liar Noah Samson. Basically, Noah made a video a while back calling Ethan a genocide supporter, a completely slanderous, baseless claim. And Ethan has launched a defamation lawsuit. He talks about what this lawsuit means to him and how the Hasan Goon Squad tried to ruin his life. People have found the blatant, disingenuous lies in Noah's video, and it is insane. Several clips of Hasan defending Ethan have surfaced, and the switch up is crazy. Clips are going viral of Noah claiming he wasn't getting sued and it was all just a scare tactic. It did not age well. Ethan has called out professional wokey Vanilla Mace and friend of Cutie. She was arguing with her chat about how hard streaming is. Oh, brother! A chatter calls Hasan the richest socialist, and Hasan starts listing out the many socialists who are actually richer than him. Bro pulled out the global socialist rankings. Subscribe or I sue you for not...
The fact that there's any rich socialist is insane to me. Nigga, that's crazy.
Subscribing to the legendary series. That's some criminal charges.
Let's up those numbers!
Now let's begin. Right, welcome back everybody. It's another beautiful day for the legendary series. The absolute GOAT, Ethan Klein, has launched another lawsuit against the Hasan orbiters. Now, quick recap in case you missed the previous 300 episodes. Basically, Hasan and his orbiters have been slandering Ethan for over a year now. Here's the quick lore drop. Hasan and Ethan used to be co-hosts on a podcast, but...
Yeah, they absolutely have been not only slandering him, but promoting other people that's crazy and stalkers and all this other nastiness. They've been pumping and promoting those people and laughing at it, which is encouraging people to do even more sick things. It's pretty foul when you think about it. Pretty damn foul.
Ethan refused to support the terrorists on October 7, and Hasan, the professional terrorist dick rider, got very mad and he unleashed his minions upon him. After that, Hasan and his goon squad, including Caseytron, Denims, and Froggen, started calling him a Zionist Israel dick rider, a genocide supporter, calling his wife a baby killer terrorist because she did mandatory service in the IDF as a secretary because she was born there. They also all collaborated to do the iDubbbz content cop and spawned the legendary series. So after that, Ethan decided to sue Casey, Denims, and Froggen for violating copyright and stealing his video. Casey was forced to apologize after potentially facing bankruptcy, losing her house, and losing everything. The Denims and Froggen lawsuits are ongoing, but they are still pretty screwed. And that brings us to today. Ethan is suing yet another orbiter, Absolute Cinema. Here we go. Ethan Klein announces defamation lawsuit against Noah Samson. Now, most of you probably don't know who Noah Samson is. He's basically Diet Hasan, and he's one of the biggest liars on YouTube. You might remember him from one of my previous videos. He had a whole saga with YouTuber Think Before You Sleep. It was the Illymation drama, where he essentially tried to get him banned from YouTube or encouraged it while lying about him in his video. Several things out of context, complete misrepresentations and gaslighting. Classic Hasan orbiter. He also called Ethan a genocide supporter, and that's not gonna fly.
It's been a while since I spoke about dear friend Noah Samson, who had a penchant for accusing me of being pro genocide. He thought it was cute. He thought it was fun throwing around such kind of heinous accusations, right? This guy supports genocide. In fact, he had even a video called The YouTubers That Supported a Genocide with me in it. And that's the world we're living in. Here, I made a promise to him March of last year. And I think he probably thought that it had blown over. I think a lot of people probably thought it blew over. We had a nice little complaint there for defamation, for accusing me of being pro-genocide, in favor of genocide. Horrible thing to say about someone, by the way. One of the worst, I would say, maybe even of all the things you could say about someone. Well, we filed it, beating the statute by about 1 day. Now, most of the time, people see these immediately, but we were under the radar. We filed it in Orange County, I believe, which is not trolled by media and press. So it went under the radar. Nobody even saw, until now, in fact, nobody knew that I was even suing Noah Samson. Well, he knew since a couple of days ago, since he was served.
Oh my God. I absolutely love how calm he actually is as he goes, why, yes, I am actually about to ruin your life. So 1 year ago, he promised that he would be suing Noah Samson. Now, he did take a while. He did take his time here. But luckily for us, the legendary series has continued all this time somehow. And here we are, still launching episodes, still going to cover the lawsuit. And I cannot wait. I am creaming myself. Wait, no. I am shucking my dog. Wait, no.
What's going down, Peg? Oh, wait. Pegasus. Gotta say his name in full. After that, wow, his editor be on one with. You got these things just locked and loaded, just saved up, huh?
No, I am jubilant at this information. So then Ethan talks about the accusations. Basically, if you remember, everybody on Hasan's side was calling Ethan a rampant misogynist because he happened to sue 3 women. So then he responded and he absolutely trolled them, saying that he was going to sue another Hasan orbiter, Shonda Black, in order to be more woke, sue a man, sue a minority, right? And he started shitting himself, but that was an entire troll. Except this one is very real.
He did start crying and using the black card. That is a fact. I think he should have sued him.
And it's important for me to know, to the 3 women, that it's not personal, right? I sue those who deserve it, who require accountability. And it was a terrible coincidence, a terrible one, that the 3 people I sued for copyright infringement were women. Terrible, right? And I'm just happy that I've had the opportunity to rectify that, to set the record straight now, to sue a straight white man. And I think nobody should be more relieved for that, to have that set straight, other than Noah Samson himself, who's a woke, legendary king. And now he can rest easy at night knowing that Ethan Klein doesn't hate women. He just hates losers who do dumb and bad things. Gender, race, be damned. I come before you a simple man. And that's basically what I want. Know what it takes, souls. Yes, you are being sued for defamation, a very good case, I might say, which I'm going to be happy to read you excerpts from today. But when his head hits that pillow at night, he can know that he lives in a just world where women are not bullied into silence. It's not about that. Gender equality is at the core of everything I do, and Noah as well. Equality reigns in America in 2026, at least in this house.
Yep, that excuse is not going to work anymore. And I actually love this. They should call him more labels as well, right? Misogynist, racist. Maybe then he'll go and sue Shonda Black as well. And then maybe they should call him a guy who only picks on poor people. So then he goes and sues Hasan as well. That would be dastardly. Can you imagine?
Yeah, I can't wait to be on that level of petty. I'm petty now, but I ain't rich petty. Let me get some bread up. I'm gonna show y'all rich petty. I've been dreaming about days like this. What? I'm telling you, I might as well hire a camera crew to film it, because it's gonna be old school Ashton Kutcher punk level of pettiness. I'm about to be wildin'. Let me get rich. I'm telling you, I will buy someone's building that they live in. All right, my bad. Oh man.
Imagine they just keep like rage baiting him over and over and he just keeps suing more people. I'm actually very woke, guys. You're all getting a lawsuit. Don't worry. Nobody will be left out. Equality for all. And I just find it so funny that these bodyguards for Hasan, right? His little minions, his little drones, right? His evil army here, always trying to defend him, taking bullets for him.
Big facts. People think that I'm not plotting that.
Literally taking lawsuits for him.
They crazy, 100%.
I almost guarantee you, we're going to see an announcement from Noah going, guys, I'm actually broke. Ethan, the rich guy, is suing me. So here's my GoFundMe. Please donate to my GoFundMe. And this would be what? Like the fourth GoFundMe we're seeing of these people basically begging, right? And I imagine that's what's going to happen. And basically a bunch of Hasan fans, a bunch of wokies on Twitter are going to end up donating their hard-earned money to Noah Samson, to the GoFundMe, and then just end up getting scammed because the money is just going to go to Ethan. Right, so then Ethan talks about what this lawsuit actually means to him.
So this document is actually quite important to me. It archives and sets forth for the record all the defamatory bullshit that has been peddled by Noah and everyone else across the internet. Baseless, disgusting, hurtful accusations that I support genocide. This is about holding Noah Samson accountable as one of the main peddlers of this horrible defamation, but in large, just defending myself, my name. And this isn't something that's going to be litigated on TikTok or Twitter, which is where I know Hasan and Noah Samson like to litigate such things. No, this is going to be litigated by a judge and potentially even a jury based on the facts. And I'm willing to put that on the line.
Well, if the facts are in there, I guess Hasan would love this because
facts are still facts.
Hasan is obviously in full support of this lawsuit. But yeah, man, I feel so happy for Ethan because he is finally getting his justice from these psycho freaks.
Well, almost. There's still some other people that were supporting a lot of nastiness that he hasn't sued yet. You know what I mean? People were mailing skulls to his house, bro. That's all I be trying to tell people. When you dox someone, yo, you're so disgusting because you know the type of crazy people that's out here. So it's like you're trying to scare them. You scare them into doing whatever the hell you want them to do. It's nasty.
These people have been nonstop trying to ruin his life, ruin his reputation, literally go after his children over internet arguments. They wanted to take away his kids from him. Either the Hasan orbiters or the Redditors or some collaboration of them was basically calling CPS and trying to get his kids taken away. We had disgusting people like Denims and iDubbbz justify this whole thing, saying his kids can't form trauma, that he deserves it.
How you doing, Rob? How are you? You just earned your sub? Well, thank you. I appreciate your support.
Any bad memory for them. You're not forming memories at 3 years old, and it's very rare that you're forming memories at 5 years old.
And when other people see that he's talking about his children getting giardia from dog poop, people are quite reasonably concerned. And so, yes, anyone who's seeing that content might be concerned enough to call CPS, including Ethan's own chat.
The slander has been nonstop. He's been called the genocide supporter, a PDF file who touches his own children, right?
Mind you, this is his friend or former friends that are saying and spreading this stuff. This is crazy. Oh man, who wanted friends like iDubbbz and Hasan? You see how they do?
iDubbbz was broadcasting that on his screen the entire stream. Just the absolute most heinous accusations, completely baseless, zero proof. And why? Why did this all happen? Because he decided that supporting terrorists is too far. The most rational, sane take imaginable. And Hasan and his squad want to ruin his life for it. And now he is fighting back one by one. He's quite literally pulling a John Wick, right? Hunting them down one by one. No survivors. Absolute cinema. People responded, I really hope Ethan takes Noah for everything he can. Noah's whole presence online has been him saying disgusting and quite often knowingly untrue things about people just to hurt their reputation. Oh, absolutely. Like the few times I've covered him, it has been the most disgusting, manipulative lies I've ever seen, right? As a content creator, I have a more like deeper understanding of it because the way he presents his videos, the way he cuts around the clips and everything is like, he knows he's lying about everything and he continues to do it because he's a psycho. He's a psycho. Noah Samson is a piece of shit, but Ethan Klein is a financial bully. Okay, so after these people have been bullying him for literally over a year and doing the most heinous shit to him, he's not allowed to fight back. I mean, this is just ridiculous logic. And sure, you can call him whatever. Oh, he's a financial.
And mind you, he's doing it legally. He's legally defending himself. Like, people are crazy. They're insane.
Bully. Oh, is a rich guy going after all these poor people? Well, don't fuck around and you won't find out, you know? Oh, brother, it's Mr. Eric, the Hasan bot. He's suing someone considerably less wealthy than him for calling him a genocide lover or something like that, while ignoring that Destiny called him a PDF file who most likely touched his own children. I would have thought that that was something worth suing someone over. Oh, well. Well, I don't know if he's done with his lawsuits. Maybe he's going to get to him as well. But I imagine he consults with his lawyer, right? He consults with his lawyer, who is like the most favorable target as well, who is more openly slandered him or whatever. I do think that this thing that Destiny said is absolutely slander. The thing about Destiny is like, bro, he has so much shit going on. Like, we don't even want to get into that rabbit hole. Bro has like so many fishes to fry. Like, we've gone over this. Destiny needs to be locked up with Hasan in a cell, right? But yeah, just because two people wronged him doesn't mean he can't go after one first, right? We got Tectone, God, I love Ethan. We need more content creators to punish those blatantly and intentionally spreading misinformation and slander on others. Accountability is coming soon. Hate to sound like a cringe leftist, but boy, does this seem trivial right now. I mean, it might be trivial to you and some people on the internet, but this is his life, right? This is very meaningful to him, right? You truly do live long enough to see yourself become the villain. Okay, so now he's a villain for doing this. I mean, I'd say more of like an anti-hero, right? Maybe he's like the Punisher or something. The people he keeps needing to sue are all left-wing. I mean, what? Is this supposed to be a gotcha? I guess the implication is because he's only suing left-wingers, that means he's a right-winger, which is like, turn on a stream.
That's stupid. So you trying to like direct who he should be suing. Go sue some people on the right. That'll make us happy. No, it won't. No, it won't. He's just trying to use him as a weapon now. Nah, fam, he's suing people that literally affected his life. I don't know how else you can explain that, really. The people that don't want to see it for what it is, just being disingenuous.
For 0.05 seconds, and you know that he's a left-winger, right? He's a liberal. Just because he's not like a radical Hasan culty doesn't mean he's like right-winger. Oh wait, no, he's a centrist right-wing Democrat, according to Hasan.
I just have to sit there and get a barrage of hate from centrist right-wing Democrats.
He just sues everyone now, as he should. Now, turns out people found some clips in Noah Samson's video slandering Ethan, and it basically shows how much of a colossal liar this guy actually is. Here we have his point being completely disproved. He tries to say that Ethan is trying to defend Israel. Ethan has a documented history of being pro-Palestine for over a decade and called it a genocide in 2020. Noah is effed.
The way Ethan's video is framed seems to imply that Israel's genocide in Gaza is not actually a genocide. He never explicitly uses the term himself.
Western countries are basically backing up Israel's genocide and encouraging it and sanctioning it because the Israel government is fucking barbaric, genocidal freaks. And I hate them.
And some of those settlers need to go to fucking jail too. For the unbelievable violence, disgusting.
Settlers in the West Bank are religious zealots. They're monsters. They're genocidal. And again, I'm not even voicing the smallest support for Israel. I'm again so opposed to the Israeli government, and I fully acknowledge the cultural genocide, the stealing of land. I think Israel shutting off water, power, and food to Gaza is insane. It doesn't make sense. Like, what's the end goal there exactly?
I mean, wow. That is the guy they are hunting down, by the way. So this is the supposed Zionist Israel supporter Dick Ryder, right? The guy who openly denounces Israel. He's very woke. He has the correct political opinion. But just because he doesn't support Hamas terrorists, right? Actual worst people on earth, they go, oh my God, you're such a right winger. Oh my God, wow, we need to cancel him. And this is
It's just because they're trying to use that, I guess you could say, social leverage in order to manipulate him into having the extreme opinions that they have. They've accumulated a certain amount of power, and now they're trying to capitalize off it. I got to be really high. I'm using a bunch of big words out here. I'm over here going crazy. My commentary's on point right now. 1,000 times better than Hasan.
just one of the examples of Noah's complete misrepresentation, and this is why the lawsuit is very justified. And in fact, there's actually an edit of Hasan talking about Ethan, and I forgot this existed, but Hasan was actually his greatest defender.
You are wrong, okay? Trust me. I don't think you know. I don't think you know many Zionists if you think Ethan is a mega Zionist. Not even close, dude. He is infinitely more progressive than, you know, a lot of these people that are writing these fucking a lot of these people that are writing these letters and shit. Okay, please stop fucking yelling about Ethan all the time. Jesus Christ. Ethan Klein called Israel an apartheid state in, I think, 2021. Okay, Ethan himself has been very critical of the state of Israel and has even called it an apartheid state far before October 7th. Okay, you know what I do care about? Ethan considering what Israel's doing to be genocidal far before October 7th. I still firmly believe that,
thank you, Katerina,
that regardless of everything else, regardless of how he's responded to people yelling at him online, I place a lot more emphasis and a lot more value on those things that he has said. He's got Jewish children. You know what I mean? He doesn't want him to grow up in a fucking anti-Semitic country.
Wow. I mean, just wow. The friendship that died, right? Ethan really needs to be choosing better friends. I mean, his ex-friends were iDubbbz and Hasan. And iDubbbz, I can understand that fucking turnaround was insane, right? But Hasan was crazy from the jump, all right? Now, he might have defended you in the past and sort of lured you in, sort of hid his power level as he constantly describes on podcasts. Oh, you're going to lure people.
Hasan or Drake? Hasan got a podcast with Drake, nigga? Who that?
Hid his power level as he constantly describes on podcasts. Oh, you're gonna lure people in, you know, just don't be too crazy just yet. Don't tell them you support terrorists just yet. Just talk about LGBT, yes. Hasan is like a fisherman, you know, putting some bait on the line and being like, hey, yes, the wokies, yes, the lefties, please come after me. Take a bait, and then he just fucking rips you out of the water, you know? But yeah, imagine having iDubbbz and Hasan as your ex-friends. That's a diabolical combo. Both tried to ruin his life forever. He just had some horrible luck. And this just goes to show that you can't assume that just because someone has progressive politics is like a liberal or a lefty that, oh, you disagree on everything. Oh, this person must be great.
Yeah, it's like a huge spectrum, bro. Like, even for the right, there's some people that might consider me to be on the right. I don't consider myself to be on any side. But I might have some opinions that lean towards the right. That don't mean I'm like super conservative or a Republican or anything, right? Just somebody that uses common sense. And I have Christian values. So
we'll get along great. Nope. Some of these people are way more psychotic than you could ever imagine, right? And you need to really do your research regarding their character. But yeah, I find it hilarious that Ethan is just
allergies is whipping me out. I don't think it's the green either.
torching them one by one. He's literally that meme, you know, that death door meme? He's going through them one by one, you know? And at the very end, the final boss will be Hasan. Dude, oh my God, the day he gets sued, I might throw a party. I might actually celebrate. I never do that. I don't even celebrate my birthday. I didn't even celebrate 1 million subscribers. I don't celebrate shit. I'm not that type of guy, but this is a special occasion, okay? Now, it turns out people have found a clip of Noah talking about the lawsuit, and he was gloating. He was having a wonderful time. He was calling Ethan's bluff.
Happy to break your
He said, I blocked all Hasan fan channels, but more keep popping up. Yo, that's crazy. That's crazy. I understand you on that, though. Real talk, Rob. I get it. He said that picture is hilarious. Effing can't unsee it. Nah, that was mad funny. That joint looked like the Beetlejuice joint. Yeah, I remember the movie Beetlejuice. What's the picture? I was gonna try to put it back up, but nah, that was funny.
Your silence about the lawsuit situation. Are you able to?
Yeah, I mean, no, I'm not getting sued. I was never getting sued.
I guess that's where like the confusion is, because that, according to him, like you were about to lose your house. You were back to the ropes.
Yeah, I wasn't aware that people, because I thought I made it pretty clear in my video that he hadn't sued me, I guess because he continues to tell, well, because he sued those other people are assuming he sued me. But no, he just spent like 3 or 4 months kind of like harassing me and telling me he was going to take all my money and like make me, poor and make me on the street begging or whatever. And
you can move in with me if that happens, by the way.
Oh yeah, fuck yeah. Okay, I hope he sues me then. Fuck it. That'd be a party.
I kind of knew that you weren't getting sued. Noah Samson, retract your video. And it wasn't just like a little bit of like, oh, you're getting sued. I remember like a huge amount of podcast episodes, and also a fucking like Mutahar got involved as well. Some ordinary gamers.
Oh, no. That definitely did not age well. Yeah, you are getting sued, buddy. That was not an idle threat. I mean, why would you think the guy who has sued multiple other people, other Hasan orbiters, wouldn't actually sue you when you...
Yeah, you thought he was playing? Why? Why would you think he playing? When he has sued people before and won. This nigga is surgical in that courtroom. Whoever his lawyer is, when I get rich, please take me as a client. We got some things to handle. Okay, my revenge is going to be amazing. It's going to be like the Dave Chappelle show skit. But anyway, I don't know why he would think he was playing.
You made one of the most heinous, slanderous videos out there. Of course you're on the chopping block. I mean, I guess he thought it was like a...
I felt like I was Ice Cube on Friday just now talking to Smokey. You think Big Worm playing? He ain't playing.
Scare tactic or whatever, but unfortunately for this Hasan dick rider, this is the fate of every Hasan orbiter. I've been saying it for years. It's so sad. They just ruined their life desperately defending Hasan. And the thing is, Hasan is not going to donate a single dime to his GoFundMe. I'd be very surprised if he did, right? Because the absolute cheapskate did not donate a single cent to Caseytron, Denims, or Frogan. Frogan in particular. She was his moderator, the producer of his stream. She helped him with his content. And nothing. Radio silence. This guy would rather spend $5,000 on a one-time outfit to Cuba rather than giving those to people who actually need it. His friends, right?
I also want to make clear that I did not receive any support, financial or otherwise, from Hasan Piker. Speaking honestly, I found his indifference to my suffering hurtful, especially after he hinted he might help me behind the scenes.
The greatest capitalist was Hasan
Hasan didn't give a damn. Hasan never gave a damn.
all along. So then Noah keeps gloating and tries to say that Ethan was picking on women. He was one of the losers trying to push that narrative.
He said, I will pay your legal fees if you join in on this lawsuit. People that I talked about in my video.
Really?
YouTubers who backed a genocide. So yeah, it was a coordinated effort. And I mean, he paid a lawyer to write a cease and desist to telling me to take down the video or else, or they were going to sue, or I mean, it was just a scare tactic.
Yeah.
At the time though, I'm completely unfamiliar.
Yeah, you're a fool, bro. You're like a real nincompoop. You don't know why you would think he was playing.
With, legal proceedings, defamation law and stuff like that.
Yeah. So
I hired a lawyer for sort of analysis on a lot of these things. I talked to a lot of lawyers, and it was kind of a stressful time for sure. Cause it's like, if someone wants to legally harass you until you don't have enough money to pay lawyers and then you have to settle, they can do that. That's just how
we saw him do it.
The American, I can't sue him because he's just expressing a political opinion, and I can't sue these other people because they're just watching my content. But they're women, I guess.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna sue all of them at once and then make a big fuss about it.
I mean, how delusional do you have to be to think that Ethan would sue someone because he's sexist? I mean, nothing about his character at all indicates that he's misogynistic or sexist. Okay, he might make...
Hey, this guy's just saying stuff at this moment. Like, at this point, he's just talking. He ain't saying a damn thing, anything to make Ethan seem like the most horrible person in the world. Meanwhile, Hassan's sitting right there in front of them.
like a couple crude jokes or whatever, but that's just humor, right? I mean, I'd say it's quite the opposite. He's more woke than most people, right? Not to mention he has a wife who he treats very...
Hey, what's up, Lewis? You said they forgot he has the money and the means. Facts. Big facts. They can if you didn't fulfill.
well, woman employees as well. His fan base is literally majority female. They are mostly girls. And Noah knows this, and this is what he said about them.
Yeah, I mean, like really terrorize their lives, for lack of a better term, because of the financial, you know, he has multiple businesses. They have their podcasts. They're just sicko weird fan base that like still, you know, they're all like 24-year-old girls that are also now liberal Zionists and extremely parasocial. It's a very demonic place to like exist. It's just it's pathetic. Like it's very sad watching him sit.
He's a weak, fragile man.
Insult women, call them bitches, be so fragile, all in order for this ultimate goal. I mean, people have been.
He sure he not describing Hassan's live stream? He sure?
Speculating that it's to make Hasan pay these other creators to help their legal funds, so then he would be financially harming Hasan, which is just insanity.
Forgive me if I'm wrong,
using
Noah.
these people as like you know, financial pawns in some weird psychological game that only he is playing.
Right. So Ethan's fan base is apparently liberal Zionist 24-year-old girls. I mean, wow, that is some crazy mental gymnastics. That's a level of delusion only Diet Hasan could have. Also, just addressing the argument that Ethan is only suing him in order to get at Hasan's finances. First off, Hasan is not donating to any of these people. That's a horrible strategy, right? So obviously that's not what he's doing, right? He knows he's not going to be putting a dent in Hasan, even if he makes them donate. And the reason Ethan is doing this is very simple. As a famous man once said, it's not about the money. It's about sending a message. The fate of every Hasan orbiter, every slander.
He says that Diorio, where? The Joker? Where's Diorio? You said you've never seen Diorio's face? What's crazy is he looked just like that cartoon, nigga. Identical. Whoever designed that cartoon for him, nigga, they did their thing. Because he looks just like, if you look up Diorio, he looks just like the picture, the cartoon image.
Sending a message. The fate of disgusting cult, trying to ruin society, being explicitly racist, supporting terrorists, cultivating the worst fan bases on planet Earth. This is where the road ends, in court, where you finally have to face the consequences of your actions. Right, we got some responses. They look like this, and it's a bunch of Redditors. These mother flippers have 3 brain cells combined. That's 3 too many. Noah actually has this cool dead doll eyes. Yes.
Oh, the dude talking. This is Pegasus.
It will be laughable when Ethan loses. I mean, that's what they said about the Casey Denims and Frogan lawsuits. Apparently, they were baseless, according to Hasan. They had no basis. This is a rich guy just exploiting the legal system, and he was totally going to lose. But nope, that didn't happen. We got this regard. I will be reviewing Ethan Klein's anti-free speech defamation lawsuit against Noah Samson. Yeah, that seems like a very unbiased review, by the way. Moving on to Ethan calling out Vanilla Mace. Now, this is yet another person in the whole woke squadron, friend of Cutie. Apparently, she was arguing.
I didn't even know she was friends with Cutie Cinderella. That's crazy, but I've seen some of this clip. I might have spoke about it earlier.
With her chat about how hard streaming is, and Ethan brings up Hasan's quote. Ethan Klein on Vanilla Mace's out of touch moment. Champagne social.
You said, is this the same one? Diorio? Diorio is the one that has a VTuber character. if I'm not mistaken. I think that's what he uses on his second channel.
Hasan moment.
It's like a champagne socialist Hasan moment.
Okay.
Hasan.
A real job can be gruesome. A real job can make you very tired, but a real job doesn't suck the soul out of you. You know what I mean? In the same way that 9 hours of streaming absolutely will. So
this guy, I don't know how you survive saying something like that as like a socialist working class hero with a Rolex hat.
Give me an editor. I'll stream 10 hours a day, nigga. What more? I'll do a 24/7 stream like I'm the Truman Show. I've done a 24-hour stream before. I ain't gonna front, that was intense. It was mad intense. But yeah, what is he talking about? Soul draining?
Like it couldn't be draped in more layers of irony.
Yeah.
And just imagine this sucker.
He said Hasan never waited tables. Nah, that's facts. That's facts. He said Truman, y'all know about the Truman Show? Classic. Hey, what's up, Jan? How you doing? Hope you're doing okay.
Fool you have to be to watch and believe this guy who just spent one day overnight in Cuba. He's being applauded by his audience as being a working class hero. In his stream afterwards, he goes, I was living la vida loca, living the high life, quote unquote. At night, they were at a bar getting drunk and living la vida loca. And then the next morning went home. And by the way, I'm not going to comment on her appearance. I'm above that. But I'm just going to say I'm not going to comment on her appearance. I'm above that. And that will be all the commentary I need to provide. She appears to have lost her eyebrows.
She looks like you.
I was going to say, she looks like you when you shaved your eyebrows.
Right. But there's
he throwing the Seinfeld music on. I never heard of who this person was until like maybe last week sometime.
There's just a lot going on here.
See, someone said, girl, please, this is one of the easiest jobs out there.
Uh-oh. This is a real bad sign when you start arguing with your audience who's like...
She's about to educate some people.
Go live right now.
Go live, sweetie.
Go live right now. And I'll send everyone over to your stream, actually.
Ooh. Go live, sweetie.
I'll send everyone else. I'll send everyone there. Let's come on.
I said this before, say it again. Is live streaming the easiest job in the world? Nah, I don't think content creation is the easiest. Is it as hard as a normal 9 to 5? Hell no. And this coming from somebody that had 3 jobs at the same time when I was still starting YouTube. Right? YouTube wasn't even a job. I don't even think I was getting paid from YouTube at that point. And I had 3 jobs, like non-stop working. Nigga, YouTube is definitely not as hard as that. I think YouTube is as hard as somebody that's doing construction. But like y'all said in the chat, waiting tables, shoot, driving, anything. Right? Even driving is hard. Like, especially you got to focus on the road, man. If you a truck driver, it's intense. And truck drivers be driving non-stop too. They be killing it months in a row. So yeah, I do think that she was wilding out. Wilding out.
Go on.
You said she
Go,
just sit
come on. Don't be shy.
That's funny.
And also, too, what kills me is when people be like, it's so easy. It's so easy. And I'm like, but the real, let's wake it up, though. Because if a lot of you sat in front of not you guys are funny, but the people that be talking shit, if some of you sat in front of a computer and had to talk for 6 hours, nobody would stay and watch because you'd be boring. Because it would be yawn fest.
Maybe.
So, like, I'm sorry, but you gotta be like, a little bit entertaining on this bitch. So it's really not that easy.
Oh, brother.
Oh, brother, this girl stinks. You should shut the fuck up and be grateful and not argue with your chatters about this being a hard job.
You also
just dumping on them. They literally are your career. Your career is built off of these hard-working citizens out here in these streets. You think they want to hear you cry and complain about how hard your job is compared to nah. I know they don't want to hear that. So yeah, I do think that what she's saying and doing is disrespectful. It's ungrateful. It's like, what's the other word for it? Ah, man, it escapes me. It's another word I'm thinking about, where she's like oblivious to what the heck is going on. Whatever, it'll come to me.
Don't have to read every comment out loud and make a whole stink about it.
Of course. Dude, I don't know why they constantly have to bring up how hard streaming is, how hard the job is. Like, sure, at some points it can be hard, but it's your choice to stream, you know? Most streamers are like super well off, and that takes off so much pressure of being forced to work to pay rent or something, right? Obviously, you can stream at your own hours. It's basically just...
So you get a full-time editor that's focused on you. You're the main priority editing-wise. That takes away a lot of the weight, right? A lot of the weight. It's still some pressure and weight on you, but it takes a lot of the weight. And a lot of these big streamers have a team. So yeah, I don't know what she's crying about.
Sitting in a chair and talking. It's obviously easier than a 9-to-5. It's only super privileged, out of touch rejects who call it hard. The only hard part about it is actually launching your career, right? Actually getting your name out there. That's probably the hardest part, growing an audience from zero. Something that a lot of these people skipped, right? Like Hasan Piker, for example, who had his entire career given to him by his uncle and destiny. But yeah, to go live and sit there and make those goofy faces. Apparently she thinks she's very entertaining for those goofy faces. It's just not comparable to a soul-crushing 9-to-5, right? But of course, according to Hasan, it just doesn't suck the soul out of you in the way that streaming absolutely does. Eric, this guy makes...
Pause.
Family drama the main topic of his podcast. Just a horrible person, really. Confirmed to have posted 600 times about his son in 2026. Just a lunatic. Be better. Bro, you yourself have posted 600 tweets and you're not even getting paid. Like, you're not getting paid with 30 likes, buddy. You're doing this for free. That's even more insane. Moving on to a chatter calling Hasan a rich socialist, and he starts playing semantics, saying that, well, actually, there's actually a lot of socialists that are richer than me. Literally Pokemon.
You said my husband was a truck driver, OTR. We went everywhere in the USA, and 2 borders at El Paso and Canada, El Paso. I think that's how you pronounce it, in Canada. I helped drive to, didn't have a CDL, but turned up the radio. Always kept 3-rolled. Hey, I feel you out here. I know that had to be fun, but still work, right? And a lot of focus.
Strategies.
Men and women, we love each other. And we hate the rich. Anyways, aren't you the rich? No!
I'm only worth $50 million. I'm a brokey. Hasan goes back and forth with the chatter who called him the richest socialist. Says he doesn't even crack top 10,000. Yeah, that was their point.
It would certainly be. Richest socialist ever? Check his net worth. Me? You think I'm the richest socialist ever? Buddy. Let me tell you, there's a lot of historically, famously much wealthier socialists. But also, even right now, I don't even...
That's insane. That is crazy. That's the wildest contradiction. It's like a Starburst commercial. Like, what? The fact that there's any at all sounds insane.
Like the top, 10,000 of the wealthiest socialists. First of all, you got straight up the entirety of the Communist Party in China, okay? A lot wealthier communists exist on the planet, infinitely wealthier. And even a lot wealthier communists exist on U.S. soil. Maybe some of them are U.S. citizens that live in China even, Chinese political people are not rich. Buddy, what are you talking about? There's literally every billionaire in China is also a member of the party, okay? What the fuck are you talking about? And that's just the billionaires. Every Chinese billionaire is a part of the Communist Party of China. That's number one. Every centimillionaire, every millionaire that is also still wealthier than I am is also a part of the Communist Party of China. They didn't become rich because of politics. Did I imply that? Did I say that?
So until we see more imagery.
You got it, Hasan. You totally owned that chatter. Okay, let me explain it for the fucking Rhaegar Hasan fans in the audience. The chatter was obviously exaggerating, right? They didn't literally mean the richest socialist in the world, right? If I casually say, okay, that guy's the richest guy ever. Oh my God, he's throwing like $100,000 party. He's the richest guy ever. That doesn't mean I'm talking about the world's #1 richest person. I'm not implying he's richer than Elon Musk. I'm obviously just saying that.
Leave it to Hasan to pull out a list. Like, no, there's other socialists that's getting more money. Look at this list.
He's rich, right? And the funny thing is, because Hasan responded like this, it ended up being an Omega self-report. This man immediately took it as, oh, the chatter is ranking me among the world's top richest socialists. Bro, you are so lost in the sauce. The fact that this guy is actually even somewhat keeping score. The fact that he compares himself to the richest people in the entire world and goes, well, actually, I've done the calculations. I'm actually in the top 10,000, actually. Bro is tracking the entire Communist Party. They have a WhatsApp group. Oh, well, actually, I'm richer than you today. Well, I actually sold 60 million copies of my socialist merch. Looks like I passed you today. Yeah, son, one day you'll be rank 1 richest socialist, totally. But yeah, obviously, it doesn't make it better that you're not literally the richest socialist in the world. You're so fucking dense. F landlords, his mom's a landlord. F the rich, his dad is rich. Israel bad, his dad did business with Israel.
I'm telling you, he's a contradiction. Straight contradiction, walking around just spewing out propaganda.
What? No, really, his dad worked for this company. Guess who did the business with? Netanyahu. As it involves security. The Sabank holding is historically engaged in business with Israel, most notably acquiring a 51% stake in Israeli cybersecurity firm Radiflow for $45 million in 2022 to boost its digital transformation, but May 2025 exited this investment. You think Hasan has had a word with his dad about this? His point is that you're hypocritical, Hasan, yet you're too much of a lolcow to see it. I feel like that was the worst possible way to interpret that question. Total self-report. Right, so Hasan also posted this. He tweeted and then deleted the post in midst of the missing pilot operation. We got this sort of news here, urgent, citing an Iranian military source. U.S. forces are bombing areas where their missing pilot may be located in the southwest of the country. I mean, this is obviously false and propaganda, right? Hasan responds, quote tweeting, Hannibal Directive. Now, if you don't know what the Hannibal Directive is, it's a controversial operational doctrine utilized by the IDF aimed at preventing the capture of Israeli soldiers by enemy forces, even at the risk of killing the soldiers being abducted. Basically, Hasan is saying that Americans are bombing their own people in order to, I guess, win the war and not get captured, and basically doing like evil things, right? And I wonder why he deleted this tweet. Did old Hasan fall for a little bit of propaganda? One of your favorite propaganda accounts? Classic first reply, deport him, terrorist-loving campaign socialist. What's the least American thing I could say? Americans, no man left behind. Hasan, it must be an IDF protocol. Can't be a real person, right? Completely embarrassing IRGC propaganda he probably got from Ryan Grimm's insane news site. Hasan is probably unironically angry the pilot was extracted safely. Oh, absolutely. Even the professional Rhaegar knows what's happening.
Is his voice? He's talking about Hasan? You don't like his voice?
People like him were wanting the pilot to get captured alive and any rescue forces to be killed. Incredibly obvious given how little he hides his contempt. He'll amplify anything that makes
I could definitely understand now. Hasan sounds horrible.
America look bad, even if it comes straight from propaganda, then scrubs it when people call him out. Oh yeah, it's absolutely shameless, bro. Actual footage of Hasan as he read the news of both pilots rescued with 0 American casualty, most likely tons of IRGC losses. Never ask Hasan Piker who he's rooting for. Least deranged Hamasabi take, and I'm not scrolling down. Those who know. Now click this video.
Crazy. Shout outs to the More Pegasus channel. Yeah, Hasan's a nasty person, bro. And he proves it over and over again. Tell me what you guys think down in the comment section. Hit the hype button and the like button if you're able to. Sign up for memberships as well if you're able to.